'Twas the time for Explore Tulsa, and all through the town, not a creature was stirring, but maybe a robot.
The stockings were hung for the Christmas train,
In hopes that the choral guy soon would be there.
plus twinkling lights for those who cared.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. Thank you so much for joining us on the holidays for this week's Explore Tulsa. Stevie, what do you have there?
Well, it's a Christmas present for one of my kids. When I'm done, it's going to be a robot.
Don't you think you might be just in a little bit over your head?
Well, it looked so much easier when I was reading the instructions.
Oh my, these instructions are all in German. You just looked at the pictures, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think you could use some of the help from the students competing in the first tech challenge.
FTC is a part of the first family of robotics, and Southwestern Oklahoma State decided that we wanted a STEM initiative, some way we could get outreach to students in high schools to promote science, technology, engineering, and math. Some say it was for the purpose of getting people to go to Southwestern, and to some extent that's correct, but not, the real issue is that we have a much bigger mission. And our mission is the state of Oklahoma and stimulating students. So we found that the FIRST program fit our principles. The gracious professionalism of FIRST is the key issue here, is that we want to be a part of something that's just bigger than robotics. And this FTC program really is. Well, it's called Block Party, but it has multiple elements. It has yellow blocks that I pick up and try to put in a basket, and I try to balance it. But I also have a flag that I can raise, so that's a second activity. And the third, the last thing that can happen is I can raise my robot on a chin-up bar. That happens in the last 30 seconds and becomes sort of the focal point at the end of the match, is who can do that. And so there's a lot of building enthusiasm. Can I do that? So the game has a lot of intricate parts to it, and there's competition. You know, robots are competing, so they're blocking, they're doing what they can on a defensive manner without destructing a robot. It's about blocking and not hurting each other. So it's an interesting technical dilemma, and where do I place my emphasis?
There's kind of two types of judging and points criteria. One is half of it's the game individually and how well they perform as a team and with the teams that they're playing with. But on the other side, there's judging that's going on kind of behind the scenes. We have a group of judges that interview them and kind of get a sense of what their team's doing and why they chose what they chose to do and all that. And they also kind of walk around throughout the day and get a chance to talk to the kids and get their perspective on the game and kind of the team spirit aspect of it and all that stuff. So there's two sides to the game. So what you see kind of here is not always what's going on. Basically, we're just kind of looking out for the kids a lot of the times, helping them follow the rules to the best of our abilities. As refs, we're really not there to penalize them or that. We're really there to try and help them play the game to the best that they can and answer any questions. And I think it's important, and I think it's a great thing to be involved in because it's teaching these kids a skill to some degree, and it's helping them getting involved in STEM-related activities to push them further in their career later. It's teaching them problem solving, which I think is a huge part of industry these days. So I think it's giving them a great opportunity to work as a team to accomplish, a common goal as well as pushing to help each other.
Students might be searching for what they want to do when they get out of high school and what kind of college program they might want to get into. They're learning something about themselves. There's a teamwork aspect of it. It's learning how to solve problems. Now, this is a big process of solving problems. Right in the middle of a competition, your robot quits working, you have to run off to the pit area, figure out how to solve it. Your team is working on it, you're pulling your hair out. But the robotics is a little different. Your competitors may come to your pit and help you solve that problem. We are about, solving problems is what we do in industry, and these students are learning, hey, I know how to do this. The classroom activity, it's hard to get that taught. Here we can exercise that learning process in a real life situation.
Wow, did you see the way that those robots did each of their tasks? I love the ones that could do a pull-up by themselves, up on the chin-up bar.
Yeah, they could each do one more pull-up than you ever could.
Very funny. I'm just not a show-off.
Right. Well, if you or your school would like to learn how to get involved in the First Tech Challenge, visit usfirst.org.
I'd like to build a robotic train that looks just like the one at Dry Gulch, U.S.A.
I think I speak for everyone here when I say we would all feel safer just heading out to Dry Gulch and hopping on their train. Next, when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Welcome to White House Mansion, where we are ready to make your event extraordinary.
Located near Tulsa Hills, White House Mansion is country living in the city. This unique, historic mansion is the perfect venue for your wedding reception, party, or holiday gathering. We can accommodate up to 500 guests with both indoor and outdoor options and plenty of parking. If you're looking for a charming, special, and flexible location for your big day,
call us now to make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Aesthetic offers Tulsa the most cosmetic, hidden orthodontic treatment in the world.
That's really the advantage. It's really nice to be the 50-year-old woman who doesn't have braces on the outside of her teeth.
The incognito is back behind the teeth.
As soon as I saw that, it was like a aha moment, like, man, that's how all braces should be.
The staff is excellent. The scheduling is so easy.
It is the latest technology, and you will be amazed at your beautiful smile.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Hi again. We really appreciate you joining us for more Explore Tulsa.
Trish, in the Old West, we'd be in a saloon up on a stage doing a show like this.
Yeah, in the Old West, they only bathed like once a month, and we would not be this close if that were the case.
But that's so great about Dry Gulch, USA. You get to enjoy the feel of the Old West with the warm running water of the 21st century.
Plus a ride on the famous Christmas train.
Dry Gulch is a very unique place. It's actually started back in 1986, and Pastor Willie George acquired the property and began building a youth camp for young children. Later went on and used it as a movie set for some of his full feature movies, as well as his National Children's Ministry television show, The Gospel Bill Show. Dry Gulch has certainly expanded from its earlier small beginnings. At first it was to reach children, and we have never stopped building since those earlier days. And what it has become right now has superseded, I think, even Pastor George's beginning visions way back then. We now have guests from all over the country who come here for summer camp, and certainly for Christmas Train. It really is so much bigger than even just our local church congregation. Well, the Western theme certainly fits here in Oklahoma. Pastor George is quite a historian. He was raised in Texas and is a cowboy at heart. His father was a rodeo guy. So the Western theme was something that really flowed out of him, out of his past, out of his experience. And it also creates just a wonderful theme for all of our guests, something very, very unique and gives it a lot of character. Well, summer camp is really where we are using Dry Gulch at its fullest, every part of the facilities and the grounds. It's a wonderful experience. We'll have over 4,500 kids that will be here in the summer for what we hope is one of the best experiences of their childhood. Again, we will hire additional high school and college-age students to be a part of our summer staff, and it is a tremendous experience, not only for the kids who get to come, but for all of the adult sponsors who will come along with them from their various churches. Everyone has a story who experiences Dry Gulch, and some of them are very heartwarming. We have a lot of people who will be bringing kids who come from some pretty tough home lives, who have never really experienced the stability of a great home. When we ask kids and ask their sponsors what did they like best about summer camp when they leave, we're generally thinking that they are going to talk about the water park, the go-karts, the horse rides, and they love all those things. But the number one response to that question are the chapel experiences. We have so much fun there learning about the Bible and what God's principles mean in children's lives, how it can impact their lives. That's the thing that really sticks. I think the first thing that people experience when they come to Dry Gulch, especially during Christmas train, is, if it is their first time, is amazement. As they're driving out here, really there's nothing else on the way, and all of a sudden this diamond in the rough just pops up out of nowhere. It's lit up, it's decorated, it's filled with hundreds of volunteers, many of them in costume, and it's just a wonderful experience to celebrate Christmas with their families.
The Christmas train is a great holiday tradition for all in the Tulsa area.
And if you missed the adventure this year, there's always plenty more fun to look forward to. Just visit drygulchusa.com to learn more.
So what do you have there, Stevie?
Well, it's a letter from Santa. I'm trying to make the good list this year, and he's asking for references. You think you could put in a good word for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really think about that. How about I let you know after we visit the Coral Guy next when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Shopping for authentic Native American gifts has never been easier. Whether you're looking for jewelry, art, or official Cherokee Nation apparel and books, you're sure to find all the perfect items in one place. Cherokee Nation Gift Shops. With 8 convenient retail locations, or shop online at CherokeeGiftShop.com. And don't miss our official Cherokee OU and OSU merchandise. Cherokee Nation Gift Shop. Convenient, affordable, authentic.
Are you still paying rent or tired of repairing that old home? I'm Mike Harrison with Lifeway Homes, and it's never been easier to own a brand new home. To celebrate the opening of our newest location, take advantage of our drastic reduction of all in-stock double wides. We have payments as low as $395 a month. For the next 10 buyers, I'll throw in a washer and dryer. So stop renting and start owning. Check us out at lifewayhomes.net or on East Admiral Place. Merry Christmas from Lifeway Homes.
Have you noticed your vision seeming a little narrowed and blurry?
Then you may be suffering from SDTV.
Let the LED experts at Video Revolution help you see what you've been missing.
Like the Samsung 1080p 50-inch LED for only $749.
Or this Sony 60-inch 1080p LED for only $14.99.
Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis can help you find the perfect HD.
And 3D prescription to custom fit your home entertainment needs.
If you love having the serenity of aquatics in your home, or you just have gills, you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
You know, Stevie, corals don't have gills, but they are living creatures who are very important to the ecosystem of any aquarium.
No gills, huh? Do they have like little oxygen tanks to help them breathe underwater?
You know, why don't we let Seth, the Coral Guy, explain it all to us?
I started when I was pretty young, like 12, with my first freshwater fish tank. Soon moved on to saltwater, and ever since then it's pretty much been a constant passion of mine. I was kind of self-want, and went out and got myself a little job, you know, mowing lawns and whatnot to pay for it, and this is kind of how it started. Actually, all of this has been pretty much Tulsa-based. Most of my fish keeping. One of the local shops, you know, they started cutting up coral and propagating it, and I was like, well, you know, I'll give it a shot, see what happens. I learned how to take care of an aquarium pretty well by that point, so that's pretty much how it started. When I got too much stuff, I'd have to cut it up, start some new pieces. Right now we're doing about 400 different types that we grow in-house. Every one has different characteristics as far as what it likes and what it needs and so on and so forth. Some are just absolutely, you know, really hard to take care of, and some are they're super easy. So obviously around me there's lots of different types of coral, and most are grown in-house. We only have like about 2 aquariums that have stuff that comes out of the wild. For the most part, we do aquaculture, all our own coral. We probably have the biggest collection in the Midwest of different types of coral. A newbie's always going to call it a plant, and I mean, I was there one time myself, and so was everybody else. So, yeah, it's not actually a plant, but it almost grows exactly like a plant. It carries on photosynthesis. It needs to be fertilized. It requires water, so it is very characteristically like a plant. Coral is actually like a colony of animals that live together, and then they form a relationship with the algae, a specific type of algae that lives inside of it, and that's what actually gives it the coral its different colors. So fish, you know, it's a totally different ballgame because fish are fish and there's not too many variations, either they're mean or nice. With coral, it's just kind of endless because there's so many different types. Some are so much harder to take care of than others, some are so easy, some grow out of control, you know, some take forever, so. I would start with things that are soft. They're the easiest to grow. They're the most tolerant to water changes and conditions in the water that newbies obviously experience as much as the people that do it for a living do, if not more. But for the most part, things that wave around are going to be the ones that are going to be the most attractive to people as a newbie as well. They're also the easiest to take care of. Most of the coral, when you see it moving, it is actually the current or the water that is actually moving the coral itself. There are a few types that do have locomotion on their own, but they're very rare, not very many, in a captive reef environment. Most of the things that are hard, that kind of look like a stick, they are much more complicated to take care of. The reason why is because you really have to monitor like your calcium and alkalinity and magnesium and all your minerals and all that. All the trace elements come into play significantly at that point. It's not just how salty your water is, for instance, like it is with some of the other stuff. Lighting has to be super high powered. Things have to remain constant. You can't have swings. If you have swings, then things don't do well. The way that I've always told new people especially is if you set your tank up with the proper equipment, and you got to spend the money to do so, obviously. But if you do that, then success is about 90% right now. Technology's caught up with the saltwater world, and it's not really all that difficult to take care of them as long as you have the proper tools to do the job. There's just been upgrades in lighting, for instance. Lighting before recently we had, you know, a fluorescent tube or a metal halide. Metal halide technology is almost 100 years old or more by now. Some people still use it, but LED lighting, which is, you know, what's taking over the world, that's helped some people to. Technology's caught up in that area. It's helped some people to be able to keep their tank cooler because it doesn't produce a lot of heat. Also things like just different pieces of equipment they've started putting money into producing them instead of just giving you a tube with a bubbler in the bottom of it or something that spills over the side. You know, tanks have the filtration built in and you know, things like that. I started in Tulsa. So I kind of feel that, you know, Tulsa's really kind of where it is for me. My kids are in school, you know. We like the area, and the group of people that it brings to us is definitely phenomenal.
I really like the brightly colored coral that move around and flow through the wake, just like a Hawaiian luau dance.
If you'd like to learn more about coral, don't ask Stevie, but visit coralguide.com.
You know what's almost as beautiful as free-flowing coral?
What's that?
Christmas lights. And we'll stop in next to learn all about the more than 2 million lights that make up the Tulsa tradition that's been around since 1982 when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Welcome to White House Mansion, where we are ready to make your events extraordinary.
Located near Tulsa Hills, White House Mansion is country living in the city. This unique, historic mansion is the perfect venue for your wedding reception, party, or holiday gathering. We can accommodate up to 500 guests with both indoor and outdoor options and plenty of parking. If you're looking for a charming, special, and flexible location for your big day,
call us now to make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day with Explore Tulsa. I wrote that last part myself.
Very inspirational, as are the lights we enjoy each year at Rhema Bible Church. And recently, Stevie and I stopped by to learn all about them.
2 million lights. You know what they need.
Yeah, what's that?
The Light Keeper Pro. Have you seen that little gadget on TV? Plug, click, fix. It's just that easy, Trish.
We'll be sure and let the folks at Rhema know all about that, CV. But there's still time to visit the light display, which will be up this year through New Year's Day.
While you plug, click, and fix, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Looking for a new home entertainment experience? Well, hi, and welcome to Video Revolution, Tulsa's best in cutting-edge electronics. Professional, highly trained home entertainment experts. Video Revolution's been serving Tulsans for over 25 years with name brands like Sony, Clips,
Definitive Technology,
Samsung, and so many more. Great selection, price match guarantee, custom installation, expert assistance equals home entertainment success. See for yourself. The Video Revolution showroom features the largest selection of flat panel TVs in all of Oklahoma. Plus the latest in 3D entertainment. Highly trained home entertainment experts on hand. Professional delivery, installation, and service after the sale. And the best selection of name brands. Visit us online at videorevolution.com and find out more about everything we have to offer. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Be sure and stop in next week when we meet Tom behind those cool logo shirts that you can see many cyclists around town on the trails wearing when we go to Tom's Bicycles next week on Explore Tulsa.
We want to thank Brad, Kelly, and everyone behind the success of First Tech Challenge.
Thanks too to Kirby Anderson for showing us around Dry Gulch, U.S.A. And to Seth for all the hard work that he does to keep our aquariums looking amazing at coralguy.com.
Plus thanks to David, James, and everyone who helps make the Christmas lights at Rhema Bible Church such a huge success.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And we welcome Explore Tulsa's newest title sponsor, Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the 2-pair for $99 deal with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.